coming next Monday.
Yep.
Why is Arizona, what central role does Arizona play?
Well, listen, it's just a critical swing state at this point, right? It's no longer a solid, red state. That hasn't been the case for a while, and we have to defend it. It's so important for us to be on the ground with people. We don't have sort of the benefit of a mainstream media that will campaign for us. You see what's going on social media where they censor anything that could be damaging to Biden in that campaign. So we actually have to be on the ground to speak directly to the people. We can't hide in a basement for weeks on end and come out every couple of days. We don't have that luxury. So it's great to be back. The enthusiasm I see, as you probably saw, it's pretty incredible. I mean, it's very real, it's very palpable, and it's just awesome to be able to do it. I also have fun doing it because it's great to see those people who truly believe, in what we are doing and what my father is doing for them.
Now, back in 2018, what decided that Senate race that Sally was in was the people who voted for Governor Doug Ducey, but also voted for Kirsten Sinema. They're the type of people who don't really show up on rallies on either side. How do you reach those voters to make sure they swing your way?
Well, I think we've done pretty well with that, generally speaking. There's a lot of people, whether it's here, in places in like North Carolina, where they'll literally vote for Donald Trump and then go straight ticket the other side because they understand that Donald Trump he's not a politician. They see what he's delivered. They see the results. They see that he's pulling us out of endless wars. He's getting peace deals done in the Middle East. He built the strongest economy America has ever known. He instituted prison reform in the First Step Act. I mean, he created the most number of new startup businesses and the lowest unemployment numbers in American history. He did that with no experience, and more importantly, he did that under more attack than any president has ever taken. Joe Biden's been talking about doing all these things for half a century, but I bet your average viewer can't name a single Joe Biden accomplishment. And if you can't, why would you give him the presidency?
And when it comes to this election cycle, I believe NBC, Wall Street Journal came out with a poll that, percentage points shows your dad behind. Mm-hmm. And it says that a lot of those voters that are kind of in between say that they believe that Biden could do a better job of unifying the country. How do you make sure, what's your promise to those people that say they want to see more unity when it comes to this country?
Well, listen, I think we can do that. We're creating peace deals in the Middle East. We're able to unify. What we need is Democrats that'll actually work with us, right? Not that will attack and push sham investigations, refuse to investigate the corruption that happened in the Obama-Biden administration, as we've seen now with the FBI and the coup. Well, I think also economically, building those things up. Joe Biden's made a lot of promises, right? Joe Biden said he was going to fix racial relations forever. He's talking about that, but why didn't he do it? I mean, he had 8 years as the vice president of the first African-American president, but he didn't do it. Joe Biden has flip-flopped on every decision he's ever made. He hasn't taken a position.
So, when it comes to you guys, how do you guys change the conversation? Because there is a perception, whether it's right or wrong, that you guys can be a little divisive.
Well, I think you have to just grow America. You have to fight and defend America. You got to get people back to work. The guy that built the strongest economy America has ever known is the guy that can do that again. And I think with that rising tide, it floats all ships, and I think that brings things a long way.
And when it comes to the play, thank you, I appreciate it. When it comes to COVID-19, we saw 1,000 cases for the first time in Arizona today since early September. Of course, we're seeing nationwide, it looks like another wave. What is the actual plan? I know that we've gone back and forth about what could have been done in the past. What's the actual plan to make sure we end this pandemic so we can actually get back to work and do all this?
Well, the therapeutics seem to be working great, right? My father's a 74-year-old guy. He's one of those people that they're saying he would be at risk, and he was out of there in 2 days. He was willing to try those things himself, and that seems to work. That's what he's been pushing. You have Operation Warp Speed that my father did, cut all the red tape in government, all the nonsense to be able to come up with a vaccine. It's got to get finalized with the doctors, obviously, but they've mobilized, the public-private partnership aspect of things to be able to get things done. And then I think we come to, the realization that, you can be responsible. If you're at risk, take those extra precautions, obviously. But if you're not, you can also go about living your life. You don't have to shut down. The Democrat plan is you just shut down the whole country. There may be one case in Guam. We're going to shut down the country indefinitely. The damage that would do to people, to their livelihoods, when they lose their homes and their jobs and their mortgage payments they can't be made, that will do more damage than anything. And honestly, even the World Health Organization is saying that now. They're saying the global lockdowns, they haven't been effective. So we're trying to get people to exercise caution where they need to take reasonable precaution. We hand out PPE at events like this. Wash your hands, but you don't have to destroy your life. And that's the Democrat answer of just shut everything down forever. That also doesn't work. And even the World Health Organization is saying it.
Quick question, if you're willing, just undecided voter, what's your message to them right now?
Listen, look at the level of accomplishment. Look at the things that Donald Trump has delivered for America, whether it be prison reform, opportunity zones, peace in the Middle East, endless wars coming, being done with them, taking on the establishment to do that. The strongest economy America has ever seen, the highest number of new startup businesses. Name one Joe Biden accomplishment. And if you can't, that's part of the problem.